Good morning, good morning. I painted yesterday. It was a bad news day. Really bad. It's getting to the point where it's real bad no matter what side you're on. But I painted a ton of paper because I'm still trying to use up this one set of jelly gouache, trying to just get rid of that big container because they're beefy. But and I almost got rid of an entire ream of Christmas stationery that I'm painting on the back of, because I've had this stationery for 15 years and I'm not going to use it again. So I'm trying to use up that. I could paint on this some more. I might take that and use that. Okay, here's my book. Art by M. Or M's Art by M, I think. She referenced Clover Robin also in a video that I was just watching. I'm going back and watching old ones. There's the dog. Sorry. Sometimes your husband doesn't listen to you. Does your husband ever listen to you? Mine pretends like he can't hear me. I know he can hear me. But I'm trying to... But what I've done with a lot... this doesn't belong in this stack. This is my preferred method of color. This works for collage. But I'd much rather... I do... They both have their good points and bad points. I love this. I don't know if they have any bad points, actually. Oh, love that. This goes in a different pile. But then I painted all this yesterday. Just because I'm still trying to use up this gouache thing. And I mean, I just went with every shade I could find. Sometimes I put multiple shades. I got to the point where I was using as little water as possible, but I'd put down a color and then put a dry brush sort of effect over the top. Oh, that doesn't belong in here either. But anyhow, it is fun. It is fun. Oh, and then this was my wipe off page, so I was making flowers. I don't know if I like that or not, but it doesn't matter. Then I was making like my own text box, because what I've been doing is taking pictures of them and then manipulating them in Procreate. Good bones. Good bones. Oh, and then I accidentally made a few circles. I love these. Love these. Lots and lots of layers. Lots and lots of layers. Oh, there's some more text boxes. And the dog. Sorry. Speaking of dogs, I think we're going to do a dog today. The girl, Art by M, I should not keep referencing her as the girl. She uses Crayola scissors. I saw they're blunt tipped, they're kids' scissors. How the heck is she getting detailed cuts? Because she uses tiny, tiny little pieces a lot of times. How is she doing that? I guess, don't ask me. I can't guess because I don't know. All right, let's see if we can find a dog. I know there's several in here. It is so cold here. The high today is 40. It's 33 right now. And damp. If it went over just a tad bit more moisture, tad bit more moisture, it would be ice. So who knows if the construction crew are coming. I think their leader has the crud that everybody's been getting, that it lasts for like a week. Here we go, dogs. All right, this is what I want to make. And studying this, okay, most of these are all one piece of paper, it looks like. She does use a lot more single sheets, it seems, where Art by M will cut, you know, like a head and arms, legs, and then a body and a tail. I'm going to try and, where's that piece of paper that had part of? Here, okay. Let's just cut this part off. I'm going to try to draw just so that I have something to follow, because I don't have enough experience under my belt, but I do have a lot of the fun. So I think I want this shape. Well, I'm going to make these two shapes. This is a generic dog shape. You could do anything you wanted to it, but this is closer to my dog shape. So I want to try to make him too. And she seems to use, at least in this book, easier to replicate for the average human being to replicate without a lot of collage study. I don't know if this is going to fit on my book. Whoopsie. That could be a cat or a dog. Where'd my scissors go? Let's see what it looks like. I do know that if you don't move the scissors and you just move your paper, it is easier. And a lot of people have given me, a lot of professors on YouTube University have given me that advice. But how that little girl, Emily is her name, how she can maneuver those Crayolas. Obviously, she's had a lot of practice. Oh, this is kind of cute, actually. In a very generic sort of way. I could use him as kind of like a stencil. Baboon, dog, cat. Okay, whatever, I have my shape. It kind of looks like a baboon. I think the tail's too long. There. And these are kind of like too pointy, so we're gonna trim his toenails. All right. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to try to draw this little shape. Try. That's the thing. All of these people are underneath all their paper generic looking shapes. They are very good artists. That's where I lack in faking the talent. I just want the generic shape. Now, our dog's tail. Oh dear, that looks like a crab / cat. That's not a very good eraser. It doesn't have to be for this. Okay. Actually. I'm just going to make the suggestion of the tail. That's better shape. Okay, I can live with that shape. Gotta throw this away. I know. Yesterday, my husband and our next door neighbor went and got some lumber. We had a little tiny section of picket fence at the top of our driveway that had azaleas growing beyond it, and the big, huge camellia bushes up there. And it has since, over 35 years, has rusted. It has weathered and become decrepit. And the azalea bushes had kind of outlived their glory. Last year, I think, he planted new ones. But then you could tell how old and rickety the fence was looking. Because the azaleas weren't... Oh, that looks like a cat/pillow. We're going with it. We're going with it. Anyhow, they went and got lumber for a new little picket fence. But they went in the neighbor's truck. Because we don't have any way to cart lumber back and forth. And the dog was like, I know Daddy's here. I know Daddy's here. I'm like, no, he's not. Yes, he is. I get stuck with the babysitting jobs. So I had forgotten they went in the neighbor's yard, in the neighbor's truck. And when I opened the door, Gunner's like, there's Daddy's car. There's your car. He is here. You've been lying to me this whole time. I mean, the look on his face. Like, he's with the next door neighbor's truck. I said, it's okay, Gunner. And he was just devastated. So I called my husband and I'm like, you just ruined your dog's entire life. He's like, now what did I do? I said, you left him here with me, the second in command human, that'll do in a pinch. But he sees your car here, so he knows you're here, and he wants to know why he's stuck with me. And he goes, tell him we're like 2 blocks away as the crow flies. I'm like, okay. He said, I will be there in a minute. I'm like, okay, that's good. He can handle that explanation, I think. It was so funny. It was so funny. Okay. Oh, I wish I hadn't have got paint or something smudged up there, but I love this. This is turning into, I would like to try to do these ladies again, maybe a little bit farther into my collage degree. But I do see the need for learning how to do this kind of stuff. But again, this paper was not the right texture. But, okay, hold on. I can put stuff over it. Let's just work with our, and cutting different shapes. That's too dark. That's a stormy sea. Perhaps it's too dark. Here. This is a little bit better in sections. But I'm going to cut out the same kind of like wavy curved shapes and kind of intersperse them. And with the look of the layers and whatever your background is peeking through in places, it just adds drama, movement, all those great words, texture to all of it. And you come out looking like you're ready to go surfing. Perhaps that one should be smaller, but I think you get what I'm saying. Maybe we will put one dark one in there, a little one. But, I mean, seriously, you could build your own little worlds here and just have so much fun. There, now we got lots of wave action happening. Hopefully not a tsunami. We don't want any tsunamis. But now you can see with all this extra added color, shapes, with what's behind there, layering does help, I think. Depending on what you're doing, I suppose. I am not a professor at YouTube University. At all. I am an undergraduate student. Having a lot of fun, though. Turning the waters. Maybe a shark just popped up. Who knows? But it's fun, I think, to leave a little bit, depending on what you're doing. leave a little bit of your background paper. Preferably your ocean is not peach, but whatever. You get the gist. You do need to glue it down good though. And maybe after everything, you put like a coat of non-gloss matte, some kind of gel medium over it to kind of make sure all your layers stay. But that's pretty. But these guys, I like the quirky. I like the quirky. Could there be a reason for that? Quite possibly. Okay. I have a little title. I haven't printed it though. And my titles are an extension of what I've been doing, because they're kind of like collaging on a computer. And I've been taking pictures of what I painted yesterday and just manipulating it and playing with it. And it's the best fun and the best sort of way. Okay, I need brownish colors. Here's a brown. Actually, I know I need a really light color. I might make a Dalmatian myself. Or, who knows, maybe my dogs are... No, I think I need to make realistic looking dogs, because at this moment, I don't think I can get away with the shape doing the storytelling for me. But Gunnar does have blue eyes. Greenish blue, depending on where the light is. But I think I might get one of my other ones that I've been doing in here. I am using up the jellies, though. That's good. Because I'm really going on thick with a lot of these, knowing that I'm trying to get rid of this paint. I would just like to see it. I like them. They serve their purpose. They are fun, though. Oh, I was looking for this last night. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of a headache, but that's because of the stupid dampness in the air. And I used to get sinus headaches all the time. I have grown out of that a little bit. Oh, you know what? Here's black and white. Let's use this. But I still get them sometimes. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to trace this on the back here. There's that happy bird out there. Speaking of birds, enjoy your bird feeder, Curtie. We have hummingbird feeders at the time of year, but we have too many things like osprey and herons and things. I think they chase the little guys off. Well, the little guys are on the front of the house. The back of the house is mostly water. The ducks are going crazy right now, though. I thought I saw a beaver this morning. I thought I heard him yesterday. But the ducks are doing so much activity. / it's spring. And baby ducks are coming. That they make a lot of noise sometimes. The geese, everything. The geese were on our dock the other day. I banged on the window so they would get off. Went out on the deck and I started screaming at them. They make such a mess. Such a mess. All right, I'm not going to look at them just yet. All right, let's turn it over. Do we have a dog? I think his tail's still too long. It still looks like a baboon to me. Okay. Let's see if we can cut some fur patches here. change him into a dog instead of a baboon. Okay, that's not going to work. It's too big. I'm trying to make them generic shapes. That just looks crazy. Okay. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to cut Gunner out of this because he is very grayish. If I cut it out this way, it'll come up that way. That's what I want. Okay, I want them going at each other, towards each other to play. He is very gray with patches of other colors. But when he was a baby, he was brown. He had 70% of his body was brown. When he gets his hair cut, and it's a little bit thinner coat in the summer, you see more patches of brown. It's under there. But the longer his hair gets, the grayer he gets. And obviously, these are my first attempts. Why would I practice before I put myself on the internet? That would be silly. Okay, he's going to need a lot of help. But I'm going to save all these little pieces. My little bin over here. Kind of I don't know about his face. Okay, that's too big. And I think this is making him look more puggish. And he's definitely not pug. He has a little bit of a pointy face. Okay, I don't like that, but it's gonna stay. I might try color twos for him more. He does have a fluffy tail though. Maybe. Looking at the book on the floor here. I think that's still too big. Okay, there's a nose. All right, and we're going to do some more curves. I kind of like that to give the texture of his curly fur. He's not like a Labradoodle or a poodle, but he does have a lot of cowlicks in his fur. The other day I got my hair cut and the girl was like, "You have a lot of cowlicks back here." I'm like, yeah, just keep cutting. We're having to find a new lady because the lady that we used to take Gunner to when we would get our hair cut, she moved to Florida. They retired. But I think I found a girl. And her last name is Allen, so she can't be all bad. She's real young. Everybody's real young these days. Okay, it's either more of a calico cat or tiger stripe cat, or it's Gunner. We're going to go with Gunner. Okay? Okay. Now, oh, you know what's missing is ears. That's what's missing. I kind of want a little bit of pink. Oh, they need collars too. Although Gunner hates to wear a collar. Go figure. Gunner doesn't wear a collar. He wears a harness because he gets out of the collar. He wiggles himself out every time. I'm gonna try to see if I can cut this out for a nose. Ooh, too big. Banner, Elk, and Blowing Rock, all those towns up in the mountains above Greenville are all covered in snow. They're in North Carolina, but they're all covered in snow outside of Asheville. The inside of Gunner's ears are pink. Well, they flop over, actually, but if he lets you, on the rare occasion, he lets you touch his ears, you can see they're pink. Now it really looks like a cat, though. Okay, let's give him a collar. Let's go in our scrap bin here. Oh, here's a pink collar. See why you keep all this stuff? It's perfect for a dog. Well, actually, it might work. This collar has a little bow. Or spikes. It is like paper dolls. A lot of you have said that. It's like, yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to glue this stuff down and then maybe do some touch-ups with some color 2s or something. Oh, this is going to require precision here. A lot of precision. Then your tweezers get all goopy. The next art project, they have texture on them. This is very awkward. But it's better than getting goop all over your hands and then you really are goopy for the next section of collar or inside the ear fur or whatever. That might be the construction people. Oops, there's a nose. They're all sick. But they might be coming. I think they have, if they push, they might have just one day left. Keyword being here, push. That doesn't have any glue on it. Yesterday, the deer were in our yard. And we did not know it. We let Gunnar out to go to the bathroom. He chased them, but then they went to the top of the hill, and Gunnar's like, that animal's bigger than I am. I think I'm going to stop. So there was like a standoff in our driveway. 2 deer and Gunnar. So then he looks back at the door at us, and we're like, yeah, what are you going to do now? I think I want in. But then he barks at him from inside the house. Okay. Tweezers help, but it's very awkward for me. I don't know how else to do these small pieces. Oh, gosh. And then sometimes you don't get it at all. Okay. I think I'm going to glue them down and then work on their color. I think Gunnar would agree that this is not him, but it's okay. This looks like a lab. Ooh. I don't really want his nose in the crease here. There was some kind of international craft supply, what do you call it? When you're wholesale business fair in Germany, and Robin McClendon went, but she went with somebody, or she met up with another lady who I think lives, I don't know where she lives, but anyhow, they ended up in Mainz, M-A-I-N-Z. I can't remember how you pronounce that. But that's where the Gutenberg Museum is. Oh, she went. And I think she said she had been there before. But I think her daughter was with her, and her daughter hadn't been. It's like, make sure you go to the Gutenberg Museum. And then it was like 3 minutes later, we're at the Gutenberg Museum. Like, oh, she did go. That was fascinating. I have a pencil sharpener from there somewhere. I was going to turn it into an ornament, but I never did. But I don't use it. But, I mean, the oldest Bibles outside of Israel, I think, are there. No, might be the oldest Arabic translation. I don't know. They're old. Okay, now, let's see here. But that is a really neat museum for all kinds of very old documents and printing press history and that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm going to give Gunnar some blue eyes. / green. These are not wet. That's definitely not Gunnar, but I do like it. Let's see what happens when you... Yeah, sometimes you just have to help them. I regret this, but I'm going to do it anyhow. Just kind of sketch lines of the fur. Maybe some other ones. Okay, let's work on this dude. Oh, he needs some ears. But they fold over, kind of like right there. He's kind of cute. This, not so sure. I think that a cat got in the dog park. But my reflections, fiddly. I think I like the flowers better. Maybe I just need to make sure I get a better color and work on my shape a little bit. Let me see. Maybe he doesn't have so much of a rounded back. Maybe he doesn't have so much of a tummy right here. That helps. That helps. That shape helps a little bit. And then his tail does come way up. I need to work on that. Maybe it'll help his portrait better if I make his tail more reflective of him. Now it just looks like a cat with a curl tail. He does have a lot of wispy stuff. He has like a broom handle, a broom tail. Again, that's very fiddly. But no pain, no gain, I guess. I can see where the tweezers do help for placement. I don't use them. But now you gotta wait for that glue to dry. He has a lot of white on him. A really light gray. I'm not trying to make it look exactly like him, obviously. But a little closer, less cat, more dog would be welcomed. Whatever. Now this one, the advantage of having the brush strokes show in his helps with the fur. I think. What do I know? Not so much Gunner. Kind of looks like Alf. Remember that TV show Alf? The face looks like Alf. But we're going with it. Tomorrow, I might go rogue. I might go rogue. Put these things away before I lose them. Should we try to do California? A little bit of California, maybe? California might take 2 days. When I say California, I'll show you what I mean. I mean California. I think this is like, I think that's Mount Hood. So this is like California right there to here. And then there's Las Vegas. We can do the ocean. We could even do killer whales, probably. Orcas or whatever they are. We can do the trees. We can do the Crater. Oh, that's Crater Lake. Oh, I've been there. It just dawned on me with the mountain, the island in the middle. That's Crater Lake. We could do Crater Lake. Been there. Have a scar from a chipmunk on my hand. You can't see it anymore, but there used to be a scar right here where a chipmunk bit me because I was trying to pick him up. Hello. Hello. My mom and dad never knew that. I hid it from them because they would have probably taken me to the doctor and maybe get rabies shots or something. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. I'm part chipmunk. It's the little things in life right now. It's the little things. Okay, I can do the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm going to put a little, I don't know what this, oh, this is supposed to be Tahoe, I think. Tahoe, I can do maybe a little, well, actually, it would be like right here. Dot for Nevada, where I grew up. And then, oh, that's Yosemite. I would probably just do like here. Say northernish California. But that's, we're going to try that tomorrow. I think I can handle all those colors. Oh, the letters. I could probably cut out those letters too. Those are easy enough looking. I say they are. Oh yeah, these are like redwoods supposed to be. That's Grand Canyon, Las Vegas, Yosemite, Crater Lake, Sequoias, Redwoods, Golden Gate Bridge, Lake Tahoe. And then you go north, Seattle and stuff. So much fun. This would be fun in travel videos, if travel journals, if I could do more. I've always wanted to be like an urban sketcher. I have come to the conclusion that I can't draw. So I need something easier, but representative of it, and cute, and or / pretty. I'm getting better at this. It would be fun to try to make something for Missouri too. Maybe after we try this, we'll try to do something for Missouri. Yeah, let's try that. And then I can maybe like shrink it and print it off of Procreate. And it can go in a travel journal. I have a long-running travel journal for Missouri because I think this is my 7th retreat, quilting retreat. So I just keep adding the years in it rather than to repeat the same stuff over and over again. Like pick out a couple details from each trip. If the plane makes it. There was another plane crash yesterday. Ooh. Labs, perhaps. Havanese, not so much. Tiger cat, perhaps. Okay. Still fun. Still fun, though. Still going for it. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to the Pacific. Put on your travel clothes. Bye.